When did you realize your friends weren't actually your friends? When they're only called you when they need something from you. When I got ill. Once they realized I could no longer throw parties for them, they all left. I would never hear from anyone unless they needed something. Usually when they wanted it for free. When I realized I was practically harassing them to hang out with me. Just gotta get some self-respect and learn to let it go. Edit. Thanks so much the awards everyone. I shall hang them on my wall. Not my story. But a mate's. Guy invites all his high school friends. He's known them around 10 years. Around to celebrate his new house and newborn daughter. All the lads he invites drop MDMA in his lounge room and spend the night tripping without him. Not even caring that he had all this amazing stuff he wanted to celebrate. Guy walks up to the ladies, who are obviously unhappy with the situation, and tells them, "I've just realized these guys aren't my mates. They are just using this event to drop and have fun on their own." Hearing that story broke my fucking heart. When I realized that my two best friends just came over to mess with me and make fun of me together. Me and two girls were walking down the street and they completely ignored me. So I was walking behind them. Then I decided to just turn around and walk back home. They didn't notice and they never asked where I went. That really hurt. Also at another point one of the girls came up to me and just flat out said to me, "Sometimes I don't understand why you have friends." Well, recently I've started wondering about it too. One group of friends I had was a group of 7. During restrictions in London you were limited to groups of 6. Guess who was left out almost every time? Edit. Wow, I didn't expect all these responses. Thank you for all the support. Don't worry. I do have a few groups of friends and a wide support network, so this didn't affect me that badly. It more just made me take stock and think, oh, I'm definitely number 7 in this group, so I should take that into account when I decide who to spend my time with. Mom got cancer and I had to come home and drop out of college to help the family. Said I might need some emotional support etc. and got ghosted the next day. Real shitty part is I helped one of them with their grandmother's cancer and brother's attempted suicide. I was like a decoration on their conversations with each other. And they only talked to me to tell me things like, "Be quiet," or, "Can I borrow this PLZZ?" When no one checked if I was okay when my dad died. When I was in deep depression and finally opened up to my friends and they made fun of me saying I was only trying to get attention. Edit. I did not expect this to get so much attention. I thought it was simply gonna get buried and forgotten. But for those who asked, I am much better now and I haven't spoken to them in years. Also, thanks for the awards. When in my senior year I found myself completely and utterly alone after a difficult breakup. When I broke up with a girl that I had dated for less than 5 months and they all abandoned me for her, and then I found out they all were taking a trip to Colorado together and nobody even bothered to tell me. I found that out on Facebook. When you need help, so you start writing him a message. Then see 3 unanswered messages from you asking for his helps. And right above a conversation of you helping him out for hours on stupid shits. When they start hiding things from me. When he ripped me and our other friend, flatmate off for $700, and when we confronted him about it he took all his nice stuff and left us to get rid of his trash and never paid us our money back. So essentially we were down $700. Meaning we had to come up with that money. We had to continue paying rent etc. with one less income, and we had to pay to get rid of his crap. Fuck you, Vance. When I stopped initiating conversations and all communication stopped. When they are not happy for you for doing well. And don't care about you when you're not doing well. After middle school, I realized that my friends weren't actually my friends, since they'd spent basically the entirety of it bullying me and making my life a living hell. I was so used to being abused and mistreated. I thought that was what friendship was. It's unfortunate that the leader of it all got to live a good life, and I'm just fortunate that my friends from high school, who also knew this dude, believed me when I told them what kind of a person he was to me. When I had a large hole in my foot after stepping on an iron spike. They laughed as the ambulance guys closed the doors. One of the ambulance guys said, "Some friends you've got there." I realized he was right. When they left me bleeding and concussed on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere in Cuba to find my way back to the resort completely disoriented. When I got sober. A quote I love. They aren't real friends. Until they defend you in your absence. When they need you to be there for them. But don't want to be bothered to be there for you. When they greet you in the morning not with a good morning. Or hello. No. What's up? No. Hey there. It's you got some weed. Like fuck. Dude. No. I don't have any weed for leeches. When my best friend had her BF cheat on her. And the group of people who witnessed it didn't say anything for a whole year. It made me question their morals. Like if I was in my bestie's position, would they not say anything for a whole year? Not to mention, they would talk massive amount of crap on us when we weren't around. So yay. When someone else told me, they said they're only your friend because they feel sorry for you. And tried prying as to why. Me and this girl were both in school counseling for absent fathers. So hearing this after she left the school was kinda devastating. Not to mention, another reason I won't trust anyone. I'd never had friends. And this was 4th grade. I just wish I knew why I was so pitiful. So sad. They felt they had to pretend to be my friend. Crazy. But when a very toxic ex-GF made note that they weren't my friends, I didn't listen. After recovering from that horrible breakup, I started dating, quarantining with a really nice lady. Friends I fed, partied with and traveled with were jealous and would start picking me apart in front of said lady. End of the story, as everyone is gone now. Should have listened to toxic GF. 1/10 would not repeat. When I was getting abused and they didn't care, or rather just left my life entirely. When I moved, no one stayed in touch. Even with me trying. When I started working from home, no one has checked in on me. Starting to think I'm just unlikable tbh. No one came to my graduation party and I wasn't invited to anyone's. Edit. Wow, this blew up. My most popular comment is a really crappy memory lol. Thanks for the silvers. And the hug. I can't really have a party between lockdowns and strep throat. But reading all of your kind words is making this a pretty nice birthday. So thank you. Edit. First gold. Best birthday ever. My best friend from high school didn't invite me to his wedding. When I was in a fragile mental state and they thought it was funny to make me break down. And they have the nerve to leech on me a few hours before a test. I ended up leaving them to fail instead of helping. When I stopped buying pot and alcohol for them and they disappeared. When I realized I dreading talking to them. When they chose to believe a rumor over me. Well, so and so said this about you. That was when I chose my own path and those that wanted to keep me as a friend decided to do so. When we started dating. Edit. Should have stated more clearly. When we fell in love. 'Cause a lot of people think what I meant was bad. When I have to be the first to message them or they won't bother to talk to me. I went 3 months without a single text from anyone.